Hello, my name is John, and I'm going to review the Nintendo Power. This is a classic one from 1990. This is July of August from 1990. Looks like they're going to talk about Rescue Rangers, also review some Final Fantasy, some other classic NES games, as well as Game Boy games. So let's take a closer look at this issue. Let's see what's inside. If you guys are curious and seen other issues before this one, I did reviews over those as well, so check those out. Let's take a closer look. Here is the issue itself. It's been a while since I've opened these up, so it's kind of fast. I'm actually looking through these for the first time in a long time, just like you guys. So let's take a closer look at these. Here's a cover. It looks like we're going over Chippendales, Rescue Rangers. I love this freaking show. It's awesome. And then you have the back. It's Go for the Fun of It, and it's the Power Fest 1990. So over 250,000 fans in 15 cities have hit the Nintendo Power Fest 1990. Now it's heading your way. Okay, so it's interesting. Some kind of contest. Not to be confused with the World Championship. So let's open this up. You actually subscribe, and you know, how much does it cost for back issues? You can order back issues. It is 24 issues for $30. So you get 2 years for $30. For $15 a year, it's not too bad. We're opening this up. Here's the table of contents. Looks like they're going to go over Final Fantasy, Rescue Rangers, Snake's Revenge, which is Metal Gear Solid, and then Crystallis, CES Report, Game Boy, New Games, Ninja Gaiden 2, Castlevania 3 of upcoming games, Player's Pulse. I love the art. I've said this before in these reviews, but I love the artwork that Nintendo really put into these magazines. These are the mailbox, Player's Pulse. People can write in, show their collections. Pretty neat. Final Fantasy. This is like the third or fourth time that Nintendo Power has really featured Final Fantasy, but this is the first one for the NES. Really great role-playing game. Kind of started it all. And look at the animation they put in here. It's awesome. Here's the world map. It's a challenge. I don't think I've ever beaten Final Fantasy, to be honest with you, but I've played quite a bit of it, and it's very challenging. My favorite is Final Fantasy 2 for the Super Nintendo. It's my favorite Final Fantasy, to be honest with you. And then you have Nestor's, Howard and Nestor. One thing I do want to mention about this magazine, now this is July, August of 1990. This is the last one that they actually do the split month. After this, they have the Final Fantasy Guide, which I've actually done a review on, and then they go into issue 16. So after this one, they really start going into the issue numbers, which is interesting. And every other month, they go have pretty much I think they have a guide as well. So it's an issue, then the guide, issue, then the guide. Here's Consumer Electronics Show. This, I guess, is kind of like an E3. Looks like Ninja Turtles, the sequel. Notice they didn't call it Ninja Turtles the arcade game at this point, just the sequel. But great game. I remember getting this for my birthday when it came out. I was really excited. I loved the arcade game. Dr. Mario was fantastic. Had that on the Game Boy as well. Power Mission, Mega Man 3, Miracle Keyboard. Oh, this is cool. I did a review on this on my other channel. This is the Miracle Keyboard. It's the keyboard that comes with the game. It teaches you how to actually play piano. The Simpsons are coming to the NES. Actually, it was ported on the Sega Master System, Game Gear, a whole bunch of other computers and different platforms. Beetlejuice, and also the Turtles. Rise of the Foot Clan looks like for the Game Boy, which is another great Turtles game. And then Laser Scope voice command. This thing saw light of day, but didn't sell very well. It's terrible. You go fire, fire. I think Angry Video Game Nerd did a review on that. Chippendales. What can I say about these classic Capcom Nintendo games? These are fantastic games. I absolutely love them. There was DuckTales, Chippendales, Tailspin. There's a whole bunch of them. They had Chippendales 2, I believe, as well. It was a little bit more uncommon, but the graphics are fun. It's this fun side-scrolling game. If you have an NES, definitely look into getting these classic Capcom games because they're a lot of fun. And it shows you each level, which magazines don't really show you tidbits like this today. It's really a shame. They kind of do more reviews and they show you how to guide through it. Here's Snake's Revenge. Is this a Konami or Ulta? I know it was Konami who made these games, but they had another. See, Nintendo only allowed companies to release X amount of games every year, so they actually had subsidiary companies that would release games. It doesn't really say that, but I think it was Ulta or something. I might be wrong on that, but okay. Classified information. These are just little secrets and tidbits. Supersede. 10 is better than 3. Boss alien with strength of 10 men. So you can get, it's kind of a instead of 30 lives, you get 10 lives. It's always hard, super hard game. Double Dragon 2, Knight Rider, Lolo 2, Godzilla, different cheats and stuff. This is before the Game Genie, I guess, was really popular. And the Moffat Conspiracy. Golgo 13. Probably mispronouncing that, but can't say I've ever played that game, to be honest with you. Solstice. Another RPG style game. Crystallis. More RPG. This is, I'm seeing a theme in this particular issue. I've since we're getting close to the poster here, because those are pretty cool. Oh, here it is. Dracula's Curse. Move it so you can see it. That's pretty neat. Several issues before, this is Step Started, items stuff. Several issues before this, the magazine or the poster was set up a little bit differently. They had a guide, but it was more folded 4-way. But that's cool. Here is the Game Boy. Games we're gonna talk about: Double Dragon, Fortress of Fear, Final Fantasy Legend, Spider-Man, Wheel of Fortune, Paperboy. Oh man, I love the days when Game Boy was coming out. Double Dragon was a pretty good port to the Game Boy. I always wondered how they captured these screenshots. It was fascinating. Fortress of Fear. Wizards and Warriors. Yeah, it's a Wizards and Warriors. I wouldn't say it looks like a Wizards and Warriors. You got Final Fantasy Legend, which is a different style of Final Fantasy, but still very fun nevertheless. Wheel of Fortune, Lock and Chase. It's kind of like a Pac-Man style game, I think. And Amazing Spider-Man. Paperboy, Pipe Dreams. The new for Game Boy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. F1 Race. I remember that came with a multiple tap. I think you could play up to 4 players on that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was a cool game. Previews: Castlevania 3, Maniac Mansion, Mission Impossible, Dracula's Curse. Man, these Castlevania games are so hard. I mean, all these Nintendo games are super hard. Maniac Mansion, really fun LucasArts game. I can't say enough about this game. Definitely check it out. It was ported to computers as well. I love the sequel, Day of the Tentacle. Impossible Mission, or Mission Impossible. There's an Impossible Mission. This is Mission Impossible, but 2 different games. Here's the top 30 games of 1990. You got Super Mario Bros. 3 at the top of the list, which is great. One of my favorite games for the NES. Batman. You had Mega Man 2, Tetris, Tecmo Bowl, Bad Dudes, Fester's Quest wraps it up at number 30. Willow, 16. I love Willow. It's another classic Capcom game, kind of RPG style. If you like Zelda, definitely check out Willow. Completely different than the arcade, though. Consoler's Corner. More tips. These are the people who review it. Look, this guy's got a mullet. I love it. This guy's got a crazy stash. Freaking awesome. Kind of tidbits. New games now available. Captain Skyhawk. Little League Baseball. I bought this about a month ago, actually, and it's a pretty uncommon game. It's not rare by all means, but it's pretty uncommon. I think I paid like, I don't know, $8-10 for it, but I think it sells for a little bit more than that. If you like baseball stars and games like that, this is one to look into, because I think it is by SNK, same makers of baseball stars. You got Spot. I love Cool Spot for the Super Nintendo, but this is more of a different. This is more of a puzzle game than with an action side scroller. Dragon Spirit. This was a great game for the TurboGrafx 16. I never played it on the NES. I believe that's an arcade port. NES Achievers, this is where you can actually go into high scores, and people can submit their scores. And one of these issues, Spider-1A, Chris Bucci, he actually has his name in here. I forget what game it was. Pretty funny. Ninja Gaiden 2, and then Super Mario Bros. 3. Don't miss out this one, even if you think you know. That's the guide that came out. I'll do a review on that Super Mario Bros. 3 guide. Those players' guides were awesome. Strategy guides were awesome. And look at the artwork on these magazines. Video Shorts, Adventure of Magic Kingdom. I absolutely loved this game when it came out. I forgot that Capcom had made this, and you go around the park in Disneyland. There's different, you got Thunder Mountain Railroad. You got, all these different ones, and there's different parks you can go to, and then it's kind of a map right here in the main menu, and then you go into the side scroller. It's freaking awesome. You got the haunted house, It was a fantastic game. I absolutely love it. Rad Racer 2. I think that was in 3D as well, maybe with glasses. I'm not quite sure. I think Rad Racer 1 was anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong. World GP. This is really the pinnacle and peak of Nintendo back in the 90s. I mean, it was early 90s. They made some... By this time, the games, the graphics were getting a lot better, and they're figuring out Pinball Quest, Heavy Shredding, Boulder Dash, Wall Street Kid, Wizardry, Bad News Baseball. I mean, how many baseball games are out for the NES? Holy cow. Some of my favorites are Bases Loaded, NES Journals Behind the Scenes of Lucasfilm. That's cool. Going to Lucas Ranch. Okay, we got Iron Man Stewart. He had the Off-Road series arcade, Off-Road. Awesome arcade game. But this is a little smaller area than what you'd used to see in the previous issues where it had a full page. He's kind of got a small section here. Power Fest. And I guess it is kind of like he's at the World Champ. They got the World Championship in 1990. So these are pictures of players. And who would have thought that those cartridges would be worth what they are today? It's unbelievable. That looks like, look at it. It just looks like a ton of fun. Capcom has an action-packed lineup. You know, Little Nemo, a great game. Man, I can't say enough. Those classic Capcom games are so fun. Wheels, Wheels, Wheels. Acme Coin-Up Show. Gossip Galore Jojo. Kickle Cubicle. Never heard of that game. Thunderbirds. U-Force, Power Games, Nintendo, Loops, Time Lord. Back issues, you can order back issues. Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. And here is the last part. Here's Power Fest 1990, Super Mario Bros. 3 Grand Prize. You can win vacation to Orlando, see the finals. You can win Big Sim of the Year, World Championship. So this is the World Championship. I stand corrected. And second prize winner will get an exclusive Nintendo World Championship cartridge. That's cool. That's probably worth more than the car today, to be honest with you. And you get this cool t-shirt. Anyway, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Take care.